morning, lovely people, and welcome to a week in my life. Today is Monday the 5th of May, and the last couple days, including today, the weather is very moody, and so was I. I didn't really have a lot of energy, which usually comes to me very naturally. And one thing that then always helps me to realign and to get some energy is going through my things and organizing. So this is what I did today first thing in the morning. I started by going through my personal belongings, which is mostly like tech stuff. I was a little bit of a mess because I was waiting for a new camera and I already got some new accessories, but I still also have my old camera and the accessories. So whenever I declutter and organize my mind, it just gets a little relief, and while my things get more organized, it feels like my mind, it calms down and realigns too. And since it felt so good, I decided to keep going with organizing my beauty stuff. We bought some anti-slip furniture pads for our sofa, but they were too big, so I decided to repurpose them for my beauty drawer. My stuff always slips around when I open the drawer, so I glued the anti-slip pads to my organizers and now it's slip-proof. And by the way, all my organizers are just repurposed packaging and old candle jars. I love to give old things a new life. In one of my last vlogs, the dear Megan asked me to share my skincare routine. I am very happy to share it, although I have to say it is quite unusual and I don't know if I would recommend it to everyone, but for me it works amazingly. So, my skin is extremely sensitive, but it also gets oily very quickly. So my whole skincare is based on protecting my skin barrier, but also not over caring my skin. And that's why I never ever use a cleanser on my skin. Again, this is a bit controversial and many of you maybe think, oh, that's not hygienic, it's not good for you. And I get it. I also believed this brainwashing from the beauty industry for a very long time. But the truth is that you have to find what works for you, okay? And stop believing every marketing slogan out there. And for me, the moment I stopped using cleanser, my skin started to glow and to stay clear. I will show you guys the rest of my skincare routine throughout the week as I slightly adapt it in the evenings and after shower. So in this drawer down here, you can also see the rest of the beauty stuff I have, and it's what I usually use on like a weekly and monthly basis. But again, I will share that with you guys later. So what I can also say is that I slightly expanded my beauty stuff a bit because I used to always only go to the salon to get all my beauty treatments, but then I realized that, I was never really happy with it because I live in different locations, so then I have to go to different salons. I wasn't happy with the result, it's very expensive. So that's why I really adapted now this mindset of being my own glam team. That's why you see I also now have some nail stuff at home. I have some bleaching for my teeth. I have stuff to remove my hair. But again, you can see this throughout the week. Now, I did feel better and I decided to do my workout, and then I just started working, and yeah. That's basically my Monday morning. Good evening, you guys, and welcome to my kitchen. I'm currently cooking dinner for us. I will cook pad thai, a vegetarian version with eggs and some pea protein. I had quite an amazing day actually. I was working for my clients. Please, you guys, let me know if you want to know more about what I do for work. I would love to share more with you guys. But for now, let's talk more about skincare. Because honestly, skincare, it really does start on the inside. It does also start in the kitchen. So I wanted to share some of my learnings with you guys. What I learned about skincare made in the kitchen is basically 3 factors. First of all is I like to avoid ultra-processed food, not only for my skin, but also for my health. So not eating this ultra-processed food is definitely very, very important. But there is even more important stuff. So secondly, it's to keep your blood sugar level constant. I will share with you guys an Instagram account here that I like to follow. She's amazing. She shows you everything you should do, just basically like combining carbs always with fats and proteins and stuff like that. The third factor is to avoid whey protein. I had the worst skin. My skin was horrible. At that time, I was consuming a lot of whey protein. You can consume pea protein or something like that. That is also one of the only processed foods I do consume. Girls, don't be scared of oils. Oils are amazing for your skin, for your digestion. Olive oil, coconut oil, nuts, nut butters. Go for it, girls. Honestly, I never gained weight from this stuff, but fats are amazing for you girls, especially for your skin health. Especially when you age, I think it's very important. Go for really fresh foods. Honestly, it will change your skin and also your health. If I look tired, it's because I am tired. I'm having breakfast. I will meet a friend in a minute, in 10 minutes actually, to go for a walk with Ivy. But before that, quickly wanted to catch up because yesterday I could not fall asleep at all, which never happens. I usually sleep very easily. And I had this crazy idea. Sometimes my head is just crazy. My brain had this amazing idea that I should learn to study Japanese. Actually, exact day, exact time, in 5 weeks I will be traveling to Japan. But now I have to eat my not very aesthetic breakfast, which I love. It's apples and sweet potato. Then I will run for a walk. It's now Tuesday evening, it's around 8 p.m. and I wanted to do a little bit of self-care tonight. I absolutely love self-care, but I do not promote like these 100,000 different products to do self-care, and I'm going to prove you guys that it's actually fairly easy to do self-care. So let's just do a nice little self-care evening. Boiling some hot water just to make the honey dissolve, and then I'm putting in the yogurt. Unfortunately, I put too much water, so I'm just gonna put in some of the oats. It will thicken it up, and then it's just like a peeling mask 2-in-1. Just stay creative, you girls. There's always a solution. So here is our beauty treatment. This is now the mask. It will be too much, so I can use the rest of it for the body as well. And here I just added some water to the blended oats, so it gives me this nice texture that I can really well use on my body. This is the product I will be using in the shower. It's also from Redken, this bonding line. It's a shampoo, then conditioner, and then I just mixed the rest of the mask with the oatmeal mixture, and I will use this as a body peel. Here's the after shower products. This I use on my slightly wet skin to lock the moisture. The Imperialist cream I use as a deep moisturizer on my skin. And then here is your reminder to really hang your towels properly, because it will make your home look so much more organized. Already. I stopped filming yesterday because it was a more boring day. I was just studying, the weather wasn't good, but today, as you can see, the sun is shining, and that means we can do some nice activities. Also, there is a new matcha place around here, which is very exciting because usually there are not so many new food spots around here. So to finally see a little matcha place that isn't Starbucks is something exciting, so we will definitely check that one out. And because we will be leaving South of France very soon, I also wanted to explore my favorite spots one last time, which today will be like a more rural beach where I like to go with Ivy. And I will take you guys with me. We will have a funny, sunshiny day. This is honestly such a nice place. It's definitely my most favorite place, also because Ivy is allowed to walk around by herself. There's always some other dogs. She can go and have a swim, which she never does, but she likes to at least go a little bit into the sea and have some wet paws and play a bit with the water. So it's just so much fun. Ivy? Guys, it's 8 o'clock in the evening and I suddenly got this tickling, okay? I want to do something. I have a project in my mind and it has to be done now. And it has to be done today. I think my skin looks amazing for also the age I have. And I think one of the main reasons for this is because I don't wear any makeup. I needed this transition phase. I used to be a beauty product tester. This was actually my job. I used to test beauty products, makeup every day. My skin looked horrible. And then I went to Thailand, I traveled and I didn't wear any makeup and my skin cleared so crazy much. Now, we have a different situation going on with my hair because here we never had a transition phase, okay? My hair would actually be nice and curly and I would love to have my natural curls, but I always mess it up. Last year I had brown hair and then I didn't like it and now I bleached it and it's honestly amazing. Look at this. It's literally horrible. And that's why I also have some extensions in my hair. So the reason why I have extensions is because my natural hair is very thin because I bleach it so much. And then also I am very lazy and curls are very high maintenance actually. Curls are so much work and that's why I just mostly put 20 strands of extensions and then I only have to wash and do it every 3 days and we're good to go. But it's always a short-term fix over a long-term. That's why I have this amazing idea tonight that we should remove my extensions and do a little, I don't know, maybe 3 months without heat on my hair so they can recover. In summer it's no problem to let my hair air dry, so it'd actually be perfect. One day I have to leave the extensions away and not use heat on my hair, otherwise it will never ever be nice and I will forever be in this vicious cycle of having to wear extensions, although I wanted to keep my hair a little bit more natural. Okay guys, it's done. Hair's out. Honestly, it feels amazing. It feels very light. It feels good. I like my hair. The problem is honestly just that it's so high maintenance to care for these curls, but you guys, I will get used to it. So it's already quite late. I will start my nighttime routine and I just wanted to tell you guys, here is my working space during the day, but I always put away everything to the drawers at night, okay? This is so important, you guys. I feel like in a living room there should just be a bed, a lot of white space, nothing that reminds you of work or any to-dos, maybe a little candle like we do here. This, you guys, is the perfect bedtime. I feel like 22:22. delicate. You can easily like stretch it, which makes it break. So I always recommend to only use your fingers to gently go through it and brush it out. Here is the part that, you know, I am still a little bit figuring out what to do, because if you have ever seen these curly girl hair routines on YouTube or everywhere, it's 1,000 steps, and I don't like owning a lot of products. I don't want to be too complicated. I don't want to put all these chemicals to my hair, so I will just scrunch it up a bit and use my Egyptian magic cream. That's all we do for today. Of course, I used a conditioner in the shower, so they are already quite nourished. And let's see how it goes. I'll just figure it out. If you girls have curly girl hacks that I should try, but please not 1,000 products. Also, I don't even like these curls that are so, you know, together, like strands. I don't like. I like waves, like volume waves. So that's the look we want to go for. And yeah, but if you have any tips, please let me know. I will try them in one of my next vlogs. So this is how the hair looks like right now once it's dry. See, like my natural curls are actually pretty, but you know, down here it's just so thin. So I guess I just have to be patient. I'm also curious how it's gonna look like tomorrow, because usually the first day I'm like, oh cool, and then the next day it just looks horrible. But then I also like to do a half up kind of situation. It's also cute. So let's see, and let me know what you guys think. Do you think it's a good idea, or does it look horrible? Japanese has been a lot of fun this week, and I definitely want to stay consistent. Now, one problem I have, obviously I don't understand the alphabet, and that's very important. I printed out these little cards, so that way I can understand it properly, because otherwise I'm just in the app and only when they translate it to like our alphabet I'm able to understand it, but I want to be there and actually being able to recognize some of the letters at least. So this is my little practicing cards, and I feel like it's also perfect because now I do practice before I go to bed and I don't really want to be on my phone. So I will just use these little cards. They are all in different colors. And yeah, I hope I can successfully learn at least a little bit of Japanese before I travel to Japan. What's the plan for today? Today is Saturday, which would be the perfect day off, going for an adventure, but unfortunately I have an exam on Monday, my last exam for my bachelor, and I have to study a bit, okay? So studying, it's not actually the most interesting content probably, but the good thing is that with studying you always need some breaks. And what I thought we could do is, the lovely Jessica, I will put her comment here, asked right at the right time if I could share with you guys how I do my hair, like the color. It needs to be done, I mean I would have done it next week, but I feel like we can do it right now. I will do my roots and the toner, and we can do a little bit more glow up, I would say. I also always tint my lashes, so we can do that. And yeah, let's see, let's make this study day a little bit more fun with some glow up experiences. So here's what we need, you guys. We need a scale, then something to put the color in, and then I will be using this hair color. It's Coleston Perfect Vella and it's a color 1281. And I'll mix that with this developer. Here's a little before. Now girls, one thing, you have to listen closely, okay? I am a licensed hairstylist. That was actually my first job. So I know what to do. You guys maybe don't know what you're doing if you don't have any idea of hair coloring and how it works. So what you're not gonna do is copying my tutorial because it will mess up your hair. What you can do is go to your hairstylist, get the color you want, and then afterwards you can do it yourself. I bought this product just in a store where you can buy professional hair products, and you guys can do that as well. So as soon as you know what you want to do and you did it with your hairstylist, you can then replicate it yourself at home. That's what I recommend. I always use one of these kits. It's like an eyebrow and lash tinting kit, and it's actually very easy to use. Like there's these two solutions in here, and then I put the first one, which is that one, and then I let it on for like 2 minutes, and then I rub it away, and then I put this one, and then my lashes are colored. Very easy. I will eat my collagen gummies. So I try to not take too many supplements, but then collagen, I just heard from also my dermatologist who does my microneedling that it is very important to take something. I got this at the French pharmacy and it's gummies. I can chew on them because I hate the taste of collagen. So I found this and I really like it because I can kind of snack on it. Time is up. Now I remove it with cotton, which is always actually a little bit the most annoying part, so it doesn't get into my eye. And now we kind of put the color. Before I put the toner, I quickly want to show you how the hair color looks now after the color, before the toner. It's quite blonde, I like it, but it's a little bit brassy and the toner will remove that. Welcome back! So now we put the second part of the hair color, which is a toner. I use this Dialight in the tone 9.13. So I mix that up with this solution. It's just like a light solution. And then we leave it on for another 20 minutes. And then we have the final hairstyle. I don't always put this toner. I put it like maybe every second or third time. But this time I thought I can also show you like the whole hair coloring process. Very sexy toner on and I look amazing. I wanted to quickly do a little real talk, and the real talk is about minimalism. Now, as you guys know, I shared a lot about my minimalist journey in the past, and I really enjoyed it because I feel like it's a big benefit. But it has come to this point where I did not at all enjoy it anymore, because the internet is just sometimes a little bit toxic, and especially these, I don't know, niche topics. I feel like everyone thinks they are the absolute experts. Everyone comes around, looks at the video, and then writes comments like, oh my gosh, but that's too much, you know, oh my god, what is she doing? She's not a minimalist. So honestly, these voices in my head, I just couldn't really ignore them anymore, and it just somehow felt toxic to me to produce videos. Although I know that most of you guys are very cool and cute and leave me nice comments, but still, you know, it gave me a bad vibe. I mean, I know when visitors come to our place, they are like, wow, you own so little. I also know that my personal belongings are very little. I try to always go with little stuff, especially for things like tech, beauty, you know, I don't really overshop, all these things. But I just always feel like my reality is like this, but then when I share it, everyone's like, oh my god, but no. So I just decided that I don't really want to share too much about it anymore. Also, I don't really care about it too much anymore, because I mean, I used to live very extreme minimalist for a while, and I really enjoyed it. It gave me a big benefit, but now I don't really feel like this extreme minimalist anymore. Also because I live with my husband, with my dog. They are not really minimalist. We also live, for example, here in a place of his family, so you know, the stuff in here, it's not really ours. And of course we try to reduce, to declutter, to minimize, to make our life more efficient, but you know, it's just, I don't know, I just came to this point where I didn't really enjoy it anymore. So what I will be sharing more is my vlogs, because it's just a lot of fun for me, you know. For me, the reason why I wanted to declutter and have more free time is because I want to have fun. I want to do fun things, I want to do girly things, I want to go outside, experiences, etc. So I will just be sharing vlogs. You can always ask me any questions, and I will share about it. Also, you know, about my belongings, or if you have questions about minimalism, decluttering, I can always help you out. I will always be there for you guys, because I know that many of you enjoyed this kind of content. But yeah, I will just be me, be sharing me. It's also what I personally like on YouTube, to just watch people being them, just realistic vlogs, and that's what I will be sharing. That's just a little real talk while I have my amazing toner on, and soon we can wash it out, and then we will finally see the result from my hair. Also, how many cushions can a dog need to fall asleep? She just loves having a cushion. Welcome back. So it's now a couple hours later. My hair dried, and here you can see the final color. I quite like it because it has like this beige undertone. It's not too gold, but not too ashy. Ashy? Ash? Yeah, I feel like it just suits my skin tone the best. And then you can also see the lashes, I hope. And I would say, guys, with this result, with this whole beauty treatments that you saw throughout the week, but also some fun Japanese practicing, some organizing, I'm gonna put an end to this vlog, because it's now Saturday afternoon and I will spend the rest of the weekend to study for my test on Monday. Plus we will visit some friends tomorrow, and they don't want me to film their whole house, I guess. I will just spend some family time, and then yeah, I would say I see you guys on Tuesday, because next week we'll be traveling to Switzerland on like Saturday or Sunday. So that will be a lot of fun. You can see me packing, using up all the food in the pantry, practicing more Japanese, maybe already getting a bit prepared also for Japan. Let's see. Thank you guys for hanging out. It was so much fun, and yeah, I talk to you guys soon.